Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi, I'm Anai Luis. If some of you don't know me, I'm from Mexico, and I'm so happy to be here with you, sharing this beautiful teaching with our dear Lama Geshe Michael. And today, we will review like very quickly the main points. And in this last day that we are hearing the teaching with our Lama, um, I'm um, so happy to hear how Geshe Michael can teach two beautiful books in a same retreat. I love the way that he is teaching us the essence of a magical life with these 16 steps of a good life. I really love that. It is like very smoothly teaching us how we can plan our next life and have a good life. And also, I really love how he's teaching us this book where he is explaining, as always, how we can prepare our second half of our life. And I am so happy and grateful with these teachings in this moment with Geshe Michael, because personally, I'm working in my worst addiction, my biggest obstacle in life. And these teachings are helping me to improve my practice and plant better seeds to have a better next life. So, um, I would like to discuss with you if you want, or if you have any question about it. Um, I've been thinking during these days with these two beautiful teachings how um how we are planting our second half of our life, and how we are planting our next life. I've been thinking about what Geshe Michael explained yesterday, how to inherit a good example to our relatives or our very close friends, instead of inherit problems or inherit our garbage. I was thinking about this because it's helping us to think how we are taking care of our life in this moment, how we are planting our money for this life and for the next one. How is our relationships? Are they good enough to enjoy our relationships in this life? And how is going to be our next life with relatives, for example? How we can really choose now the seeds we are planting for our next family. That was so amazing for me to hear during this retreat. And also, I was thinking about how we are taking care of our body, our mind, and our health. I've been taking classes with Geshe Michael for the last 10 years, and he's teaching us all the time how take care of others and also how take care of ourselves. But I would like to share with you that sometimes, even if we are taking classes for many years and also teaching or sharing these teachings with others, when we don't have the seeds to hear and understand and take an action to apply the teachings, is horrible when you realize that that was just words in your world because it's not touching your life. If we are not doing something real to get better and better and better. And especially for me, I would like to share with you that my biggest obstacles in life, it is arrogance. My arrogance is not the way that I like um, to to uh, mm, to give bad words to others or be an angry person, or it's not like you can see directly that I'm be arrogant. I I used to judge people in my mind. Sometimes that it doesn't look like very outside. Is more in my mind. And also, the last thing that I realized that I've been doing my whole life is that I think that all the time I can solve everything for myself. And now working, developing, planting good seeds, I thought that I had the capacity to solve any problem to anybody. And sometimes that hurts me in the way that I don't understand that not always it is the best way to help others. And also, if I don't take care of me at the same moment, I'm hurting others. So that was very surprise for me. It's like it's going to sound stupid, but it's like recognize that I'm a human. I'm not perfect. I'm not. I cannot solve everything, you know. And this is this is funny, but it's real. It's what I experienced during the last weeks. And I realized that sometimes when we have this kind of arrogance, we don't prepare properly our second half of our life, or we are not preparing good stuff to deliver our relatives or our family. And maybe we will give them some problems. Uh, and especially, I observe around me that if we don't take care properly of our health in our second half of our life, is going to be a problem for us and from our family. And I really would like to encourage you to find a way how we can apply these teachings in our real life, how we can plant better seeds for our money, for the next life, for our relationships, for our health, for our meditation practice, and how we can plant a good seeds to have a beautiful, beautiful world. What do you think? Did you have any of these thoughts during these retreats? Any ideas? Sarah says, I have felt something very similar, maybe. I think there is so much on this understood or connected to that. Something like fear that show up as doubt or is, skeptics and kind of fears need to question, which often leads to burnout or relationship changes. Exactly. I didn't take care of my properly release to my body, to my mind all the time. I was thinking, study, or working. Actually, I was also thinking that I I don't have a good practice to enjoy my good seeds that I've been planting during the last 5 years. You know, I have a beautiful relationship with my husband that Geshe Michael teach me how to plant a good husband. Now I have that person in my life, and sometimes I don't think I really enjoy the time with my husband because I'm thinking I should do this or that. We should help this person and the other. I'm thinking all the time about work or how to solve this or that. And I realized yesterday that Geshe Michael mentioned we should do a good practice of enjoy our good seeds. And I realized that I'm not good with that. And I want to practice that. I want to develop enjoy, recognize those seeds and also enjoying it because now I feel that I've been wasting my time planting those beautiful seeds, and now I'm worried about other things. I cannot enjoy my good seeds, you know? Did you have some similar thoughts or reflections or experience? Do you have any questions? Or do you have any idea how we can apply the teachings from Geshe Michael during this retreat? Adelante. Do you want to share something, Maria Belén? No? Okay. I would like to ask you, people who are with their cameras, is that okay if I ask you how you can apply these teachings? Does anybody? I in the last 5 years, somebody, sorry.
This is Elmira. Hello, Anai.
Hi, Emira. It's nice to hear
Hello.
from you.
Hi. Very nice to see you this during this retreat. And I'm very happy to see you today. You're very shiny. You're
Thank you
always
so much.
shiny, and I never can think that you can be arrogant. Really, I cannot see it directly. Yes, I have similar feelings and I have similar problems, I think. I mean, I am also studying about 8 years. I am also in these teachings about 8 years. I never before I met these teachings. I never thought that I'm jealous. But the more I know, the more I'm studying here, the more I am practicing. I'm understanding that I'm very jealous. So
Yeah,
it's very um, and people usually never told me that I'm jealous. Um, but I understood that when I see something very brilliant, I become very jealous. I want to be seen. When I see beautiful people, rich people, wealthy, healthy, very uh, beautiful body and very clear mind, and probably someone have a beautiful speech. Of course, I became very jealous, and this can arise my negative emotions, and I became unhappy. But these practices help me to be better. I am trying to be happy. I'm trying to I'm trying to find the best things in each person, and trying to notice that, and trying to say them if I can. If I cannot, I just think about that. But still sometimes I have same negative emotions. I'm working with that, and these teachings are very deep,
yeah.
especially about non-tone, and about what that we must understand and realize that we have really beautiful possibility, because we have this human body, and we have this possibility to know this teaching, and we have possibility to serve, or probably some of us translating, or maybe some of us tech, and some of us can teach, and we must be happy, and it helps us. I believe it helps us. I'm sure, really, I'm sure it helps us to create our future life. So, what what I think. Thank you.
Thank you, Almira. Yeah, you're right. Yesterday, we were talking with Javier about how we can work in our worst seats. And he mentioned if we keep our practice every day, that help us to clean our bad seeds. And the first step for me is when we can see those obstacles. The worst point is where we cannot see those obstacles, those bad seeds. Because if we don't see them, we cannot work on it. So I'm so happy that you find out this jealousy and you are working on it. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I am sure that I have also another, not just jealousy, also anger, also maybe arrogance and other things. But as Geshe says, you must find your chief chief of your negativity. and
Yeah.
work with that with happy mood. So
Yeah.
I'm
And
I'm
and
very
I would
happy.
like to I would like with share with you that I have a jealousy karmic partner since 5 years ago. So we talk every time we are having these feelings, and we can share like how I feel and recognize that those seeds that I think are coming from me. And I can see how our jealousy is cleaning our lives and is getting better and better. So I encourage you to have a close friend to work with jealousy, because this is a very shine sheet to work on it. So have a close friend to work on it. Okay, so we have here a question from Miguel. In your opinion, how to recognize when is the time to stop helping others or caring others to start caring myself in order to enjoy the results of my good seeds planted before and the now are flourishing? Well, I will say that it is an art, and each case have to mm, to show us like many different things. There is not one rule to follow all the time. We need to analyze what is the situation of the person. If so, Geshe Michael teaches that if people are very in a very bad situation, like in the hospital, or they don't have house, or they don't have a food, so at this point we just need to give them what they need. But if they are safe, so if they are like in a better situation, we can share uh, the way that they can do the things by themselves. I think this is for me one of the rules that I follow or review when I trying to help others. And also at this moment it is for me, if I don't have the resources, sometimes I try to get the resources to give others. And sometimes at that point, that hurts me. But all the time, we have the option to connect people if we don't have the resources, any kind, information, time, money, contacts, whatever people needs. We can connect people. Maybe these people have the resources and they can help other people. But first, I think we need to check that that thing really is not available to do by themselves from the people who needs the who needs help. Because if we give all the time the things to people who are able to get it or do it by themselves, we are planting bad seeds, because we are not encourage them to do the things they need to do it. And yeah, I will say that. And also understanding that if we take care properly of our body, our mind, our health, is also the way that we are helping others, because we have this machine, this beautiful body to serve others. Also, is all the time when we are doing something for us with that motivation, we're helping others. There is a teaching that I really love that is called Lo Jong, where Geshe Michael teaches we don't need to take care of ourselves instead of others, or take care of others instead of us. We need to take care to everybody in the same level of importance all the time. I try to do this, but sometimes I want to do like everything because my arrogance. But now I'm I have this very helpful point of view from my husband. I ask him, please tell me if I'm doing something that you think I'm hurting myself or people can do the things. And he he tell me just if I ask him. He's not telling me all the time what to do. Only if I ask my husband to help me to review a situation, he's helping me. And that's very helpful for me. Mm, okay, so Laura, do you want to share with us?
Yes, thank you. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
I want to say my experience because being a therapist, I always like to help people. And I used to be burnout with a lot of overweight. And at one moment, actually, it was Sujeng in Romania. And I asked him because I had a dear person that was addicted to alcohol, and we had exercise. And I asked, "What can I do? How can I help?" Because being a therapist, I was helping, but not enough, like the person to stop with hurting herself with alcohol. And actually, the answer was. What do you think? What do you see? And my thoughts, because actually it's about my thoughts all the time and it's about our perception, was the person is not taking good care of herself. And then his question was, how do you don't take good care of yourself? And I was stepping one step back and I was seeing myself with sleeping 3 5 hours per night, helping others all the time, and not being a good example with taking good care of myself. So in that point, I start to take good care of myself. It wasn't easy because I had a habit to help others. And the way how I train my mind to take good care of myself, I start because I used to work also in the spa in the past. I start to go 1 day per week at the spa and to swim and to relax. And that time there, I was praying for people and I was blessing them. And I was thinking, I help the business with the spa and I help all the people that are helping me with to travel there. I was finding my moment to relax, a good opportunity to bless all the people. So I continue this practice in my life, and it's helping me a lot. I dropped 20 kilos, and I have good habits now, and I want to keep the good habits. With all the time when I'm doing shoppings, I do shopping for me, but actually I pay another people, and they have job because of me. I cook, but when I cook also for my partner and for my body to be healthy. And if I'm healthy, I can help others. So each moment when I'm taking good care of myself becomes a moment to take care of others and to bless others. And actually, after Geshe Michael teaching and his sharing about his kidney, I was thinking, how can I improve my practice to take better care of myself? And this morning when I wake up, I had a big smile because I had this aha inside of me. If I'm taking even better care of myself and I dedicate the good seeds like Geshe Michael to take good care of himself, because he's a teacher, I'm a teacher. So actually taking good care of myself is dedicating the good seeds like Geshe Michael to be strong, to be healthy, and to live at least 20 plus years to keep teaching us. And I find so much joy inside of me, and I'm even more happy. And today, my partner, he wanted to cheat a little bit, to don't eat so healthy. And actually, I give him a little bit of patience to be home and to cook a good meal. And I said to him after, I didn't tell you from the beginning, I'm gonna take you home step by step. I'm gonna say I have to put something in the freezer, so we go home. We don't stop to eat fast food. And I dedicate all the good moments when I'm taking good care of myself for Geshe Michael health.
Thank you, Laura, for sharing with us. I totally agree. The best way to share with people what we are learning in this retreat is applying those teaching in ourselves. Become an example that we want to see around us, right? It is amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And if you can share, because you said you also had an addiction, how did you think and how you get rid of your addiction?
Well, we have a training, very beautiful training with Geshe Michael, how peeling our addictions, different kind of addictions. It's not mine. It wasn't physical. It was more emotional, and it's very subtle. I've been working on these addictions during 7 years, I think, and and I'm so happy. I seeing a lot of progress. I working in this subtle way that I can find myself um, feeling my addictions and recognize a new version of me. That's why I'm very happy that Geshe Michael is teaching us how we can plant our next magical life. And I see these teachings as a result of all this work in my addiction. Actually, yeah. Thank you, Laura. I would like to share a little bit of the comments in the chat. Sarah mentioned something beautiful. She said, I was thinking about my next life this morning and thought of the people that have the qualities that I would like to develop, how they are so inspirational, and what others' quality will help me to serve others in the ways they need. Thinking of this also helped me to be grateful for the people of experience that I have had that taught me my teachers and my practice even as isn't right now. I I truly believe that to plant the seeds to become an example that we want to see around us is a better way to help others. is also the better way to plan the life that we want to experience. Because if we want to see generous people, we have to be generous. If we want to see happy people, we want to learn how to enjoy life, our good seeds also, right? So it's a better way to teach others. And I really enjoy that this is the way that Geshe Michael teaches how he is taking care of uh, his body, his mind, and how he's planting the magical next life for him and for us. But hopefully, we can have the next life, our dear teacher, close to us. So also Marco Antonio mentioned, think about how people have thoughts with kindness and time. In other words, value every teacher in our lives. Yeah, that's very important. And I was also thinking the best way to be grateful with our teachers is practice. Practice and follow their instructions. This is a truly way to be grateful with them. I like the idea that the more we understand emptiness, the more we freeze our bad seeds. I also have that aha moment that, okay, if I plant more seeds to understand emptiness, my all bad seeds is going to stay on the freeze, and I'm not going to see them ripening. I want to create a habit of doing this for at least 15 minutes a day. Beautiful. It's a good practice to develop it. One day I saw a video, a reel in Instagram, that a monk suggests to think about our emptiness before we go to sleep. And I was, oh my God, this is think about our diamond body. And I was, wow, yeah, it's like you are saying, I cannot read your name, sorry. This suggestion to think about emptiness for at least 15 minutes. It is like think in our diamond body, our emptiness. Yeah, very insightful. Great. Does anybody has an other idea how we can apply all these beautiful teachings to plant our next magical life? I also was thinking about how I'm taking care of my health. If I really have a plan, if suddenly I get a bad illness, how can I attend my body? If I have like medical service, if I have insurance medical service for like bad illness like cancer, or I don't know. Do I have a plan if I get an accident? Do we really have these plans? So my family know what I really would like to do with my body if I die suddenly? I have all these questions. A long time ago, I heard a story of a girl who doesn't have picture in the funeral because their family doesn't have any password of his devices. So they couldn't get any picture of her. So that was very sad. And I sent all my passwords, important passwords, to one of my best friends. I don't know, like maybe 5 years ago, I sent this file with all these passwords, and I give all the instructions to my friend. And I was thinking during these days, I need to update that file. And also I need to update that instructions because at that time I was single. Now I have husband. So I need to update all those instructions to my friend and also to my family. And now it's easy to think this way about these things because Geshe Michael is been teaching me for almost 10 years how to prepare our last days. um, any other questions or comment would you like to share? That meditation helps me. Yeah. Practice that meditations. I when I talk about that, sometimes people get afraid at the beginning, but it could be hard sometimes, but it's also very helpful to enjoy or don't waste our time. It is a really nice practice, that meditation. And also really resonate with me that the dialogue between angel and devil. And the devil is actually a dialogue inside of our head. It happens every day and it comes from our seeds. Yeah, I also, Geshe Michael teaches this book during this year in July in Mexico. And I've been working with these teachings. And with my meditation practice, I recognize how my bad seeds create an personal image of myself, thinking that I'm not good enough person. That because I planted bad seeds as every human being, because I'm trying so hard to be a good person, trying to do my best practice. I realize some part of my mind thinking that my bad seeds makes me a bad person, and there is no way to be better. When I recognize those seeds, I could find those seeds that tell me that I don't deserve to be very successful or to have a lot of money, or I cannot be a better teacher of the Dharma because I have bad seeds. I have like, I don't know, this debate also helps me a lot to recognize that was the devil telling me that I cannot change my life and the thoughts that I have about me. But applying what Geshe Michael is teaching us about this debate, I could recognize that also I have the angel voice in my mind. And that helped me to recognize that human beings are not perfect yet. We are working on it. And that was also very helpful for me from these teachings. Thank you, Natalia. Tatiana, sorry. Sarah, one of the things my mother told me is to plan for my own death. She passed away very slowly and had a house of things and unpaid bills, and we have been trying to enroll all for years. I made it very difficult to even more. I have been trying to clean out all of the extra things we have in our own home, update our will taken to our kids about death. I don't want my family to struggle with that process. Sometimes examples are painful, but they can be ignored. Yeah, totally agree, Sarah. Geshe Michael one day mentioned the worst thing that it can happen to us is go through bad moments and don't learn anything. And I try to remember that. If I having a bad moment, what should I learn from this situation? And yeah, it's totally true. Sometimes we have the bad moments or bad examples teaching us do the things different. Laura says, can you explain misunderstanding makes the bad seeds open and rejoice make good seeds open? Rejoicing in our bad seeds, it's also possible. When we plant a bad seed, it also have the potential to become in a tree. And the worst point in our bad habits is when we enjoy doing that bad things to others or doing to ourselves that bad things. Misunderstanding makes the bad seeds open. I don't think it is misunderstanding the reason that seeds open, because we have karma for good, bad, and neutral experience. And the four laws of karma make that happen. And there is different kind of sources to project our experience. One is karma, that which have beginning and ending. And the other one is virtue. When we plan, sorry. When we plant seeds with wisdom, with a high motivation, we are not planting karma. We are planting different sources to create our paradise. And that is virtue. And yeah, it's different. I don't know if that helps you, Laura. My cat loves to come to the Zoom and say hello, and now she's trying to get into the camera. Say hello, Monique. She's also my teacher. Did you see have this thing in her face? Because he's herring there's herself. He's taking, she's peeling their skin with her tongue, like very bad. So I have to put this to stop her hearing herself. So she's showing me how I hurt myself. Okay. Well, to finish this session, I would like to encourage you to and invite you to get karmic partners to apply all these teachings. If you don't have a close group in your country, we have like beautiful community around the world. We can find a community for you to practice, to get these teachings into your real life. And don't get like so obsessed to try to apply everything you heard from Geshe Michael during this retreat. If you also take one small thing to apply in your life and try to develop these habits in your life, I think that is enough to plant the seeds to get more teachings, to apply more. Don't try to get like tons of information and then don't apply anything. That's one of the things that I try to do. I try to share as soon the retreat finish. I try to share with people at least one thing that I learned from the retreat. And other thing is I try also to apply that things in my life. For example, now I will update all the things that I have to plan for my last days in this life. I will update the password and the information from my devices. And also I will plan, I will talk about this with my husband because I didn't have this conversation with him. And I Also, we'll try to practice the meditations we learn during this retreat. This is one of the best way that I can find more advices or teachings directly from my teacher from this retreat. I try to practice the meditation he gave us during the retreat. And this is the way that I absorb the retreats or the informations in myself. I encourage you to do something in your life with this beautiful information. You have the seeds and plant more seeds to have more teachings and to see more beautiful teachings like this week. And also, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to share with you today. Gracias. Thank you so much. Mm. Thank you, guys. See you with Geshe Michael. Hola, Iribor.